but always like 1 hour a day or something, and somehow I think for like 3 hours a day, so. I was able to be a senior in high school and work a full-time job at the same time, and. I wanted to do it, but if he, so I got 3 credits for going to work basically, like. I got paid to do that, but I think most business owners would be willing to.
Especially here with the lack.
No, some, I mean, you don't go anywhere without now hiring signs, so even. I always valued in my work experience, even the person who would come in and work like 2 hours, to me was if they were there at the right time, with valuable to you. And so. I get my point. I think there's a value in that in the community, but buy-in on that. Most business owners here are community minded, and that's why they're still here, and we haven't pulled out of the community. Because it is hard to find people with this, there's many challenges that owning a business in any small community.
Yeah. So I think we have awesome next steps in terms of getting communication set up, sent out, getting people signed up, a way to sign up, generating a QR code, going to the farmer's market to get signups, having a spiel. Yeah.
And then in our next email, just to summarize this meeting, I took minutes, and so we can send that out. And then I wonder if any of you guys are interested in any of the committees, even to start, to get a couple of us together. Awesome.
Fundraising.
Awesome. Then we can set meeting dates, even just with a couple of us, and then post that to in the email and just say, this is our, these committees are meeting at this time. Just join us, invite friends, and then just get it rolling. So maybe we just even after this, we schedule and then set those dates out in the meeting.
Yeah, I like it.
What's the grant aspect? How does that work exactly? It's the chick that I sent you her info. She used to work for the Arthur Fleming Foundation, and now she's off doing her own thing. So, like, what is that ask? Because I have another friend that works in grant writing as well, but she's now in Oregon, but she was born and raised here, so she's definitely a state. So I was curious, like, what does that look like? What does that ask look like? What is
Finding the grant first. We know of one.
I think too, sometimes grant writers can like write into the grant application, like an admin fee where they would get paid if they acquire the grant. So that might be a good ask, like, and maybe they're in this realm, so they already know, they have identified some
process, just because I have no clue.
I think just send them, probably Sarah and you and I are doing fundraising to start, maybe send them our way to connect or.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know she's her kid's out, but she's got like a 3-year-old as well. But yeah, now she was trying to raise money for something a while back. So ready for out.
That's
Cool.
great.
Curious what that
You want to do marketing with me?
Okay.
Cool. Vanessa's gonna do marketing.
Everyone is interested in business development and charter. Driving.
Woohoo!
Super fun. I was gonna say, I can help.
Awesome.
Cool. That's Tiffany.
Yeah, and putting together, like first putting together digestible, very small, very bullet point type document would be great. It can be hung up.
And a script for us, a specific script for us to talk about.
Yes.
If they have questions, then we.
Yeah.
I think
All the
really just
same
starting with
elevators.
the
Yeah.
pain points is the way to go.
I'll have ChatGPT write it up. Cool.
You always host an event too before the, like, not like a huge event or something, but just something before the 14th to actually just hold like an informational like, have something prepared, like, you know, kind of like you guys have already those bullet points or whatever. And, or just, I don't know, just kind of the main questions that we've all been trying to get the answers to now that we kind of have. sort of Lay out.
Somebody just did a, like a, on the Facebook Live or something like that,
Yeah.
where, like,
Mhm.
just a video that you
Okay.
can send out to people. Yeah, or tag them, that's an easy
Yeah.
way, just tag everybody that's interested, but doing blunt posts too usually works pretty well, if the algorithm is working in your favor that week. But if you do like just a straight up blunt post, like, who here has an issue with the school systems in Livingston, Montana? It's just like, what would you change about the school system? in Montana? Like, it could be different on each one, but that just, the blunt post with the background so that it's bold, just a little setting, it has to be under a certain amount of words. Those are usually pretty good, and then you get the conversation going, and then you can take those people and you can funnel them. You just, once you have the Facebook, oh, you want to capitalize on this, you wrote something, and then you just put the link for the Facebook group underneath, and they just have to take the initiative to join, and then they ask the questions, and then you get people in front of them into the group, and then you can do the Facebook Live. You can also stream Zoom to the Facebook. For
Cool.
people who miss, so you can just like do that. So if you have a full meeting, you can't make it, you can put it right into the Facebook group, and then people can share that.
Cool.
Anything, so there's.
When is this next meeting? Is there one? scheduled?
Yeah,
But it's kind of like monthly?
Yeah.
Cause I feel like there's a
Okay.
great opportunity to do like the next monthly could incorporate the live Q and A at the beginning or at the end or in the middle, wherever it feels appropriate. The whole thing could be live, but like really market it as that Q and A. But I love the idea of an in-person mixer, and I'm wondering if Educatio's next art walk could be marketed like end of July, is 2 weeks before the little more than 2 weeks before the 14th, and people are already out and about, or maybe more intensive to come out and about for art walk. And then just really having, you know, people that want to have the script down and like want to sort of, maybe you have a special pin. And I wonder if you can make push pins with those yellow, with the bison, like, and then people know who to talk to, and just like really informal. Use what's already there, but use that as like the in-person opportunity for people to connect.
cool. I love that idea.
Well, and I think we want to generate all positive, like, I think our angle is, we do want to work with the school district if they want to co-apply, that's the best option, and so it's like. We all want, just the 25% of kids that are not enrolled they need a public option too. So like, we want, it's, when I talked to this fundraiser who's super successful in Florida recently about education, she's like, we do golf tournaments. We do super fun parties, we do, you know, so it's like, we want this to be energizing and so positive.
I've got a
Like-
connection at the golf course.
Yes,
so-
with, right, with kids, and just make it like the place to be, really fun, because it's inclusive and it's really, it's just a community, it's a community. So I love that feedback, to make it a mixer, or like just to make it really fun, and energizing.
We should look on
And so not
eBay.
just a meeting, but it's actually a party. It's like a fun thing to go to. That's how this is like,
We
if
also-
we had
Yeah.
drinks and water balloons and whatever,
Oh,
then
yeah.
we might.
We need to have our ducks in a row first too.
Right,
That when the people show up, we are actually
Yeah.
like, well,
Here's what we've got.
yeah,
Well,
this
but
is what it is.
so that last Friday in July, our goal then should be to have the script for fundraisers and marketers, and then have that 1 to 2 page sheet that has the bullet points and photos with pain points and the vision for what we're going for.
yeah. And I agree, then before the 14th, don't be too much about like abandoning school district.
More just
It's
add,
enhancing the school
Yeah.
district. Super specific detail, but like, have you ever made buttons in person, like a vintage button maker? I feel like maybe we could pull that off by a button bit. Like pull it off for the art walk one, so
there one at Educatio?
I've done it in the last few years, and I don't really remember
Angela.
where right now.
Oh,
Angela, right? I can ask her.
Might have one.
Because then you do like you have magazines out or different pictures, you stamp your own button, you're wearing it around town. You can make the ones for the charter school logo as well. And that's like not as fun as putt putt and Part
No,
of
but
it, it's like
still-
something hands-on, spread the message, I feel like that is a doable thing, I
And
can look into
unify
it.
all of us too. And it's simpler than I short to look up.
Maybe explaining how the school district is involved too, so like for
Yeah.
someone that may not have never had a kid go through the school district at all you hear is just terrifying, horrible, scary things about all of it, so you're just like, oh my god, and so you're like, a lot of people are thinking and not including, so like, I
Sure,
don't understand
yeah,
the
why
connection
would you-
between
yeah.
that, so like, I'm over here like.
Like, no,
What are you hating about the school district? And then it's more so we need them on the side, so bridging that gap for people that have no clue like myself.
Yeah.
And who haven't gone through the school district.
Bottom line, I mean, like, the school system as it is, does function for certain people. Doesn't function for everybody, so you're. By getting their buy-in, so you're kind of looking for. Like. The ones that it does, it's not, you know, like, they go to school and they struggle with.
Yeah.
Right,
And maybe that's that 20% or whatever, it's probably more than that, but, the ones that actually do make it, and so like, there is that. I think that relationship could be bonded there with the school by basically, we're looking to enhance what you do, basically, with, because they. It's not that they don't want to offer the special things that every kid needs. It's just not possible to have one set system as a box that every kid's gonna go through and come through. But there could be the box, and then there could be the charter school that's here that, or even overlaps the box that has, because there could be that relationship with like, I mean, I think sports are super important personally, and so like that tie to the school, we want those kids to feel that not like an outcast because they're playing a sport that, because they don't go to that school every day. And so there has to be some sort of relationship there.
definitely.
Um,
Well, also too, like isn't it a lottery system, so even all the people that wanna go are not gonna be able to go, and I think that's something that needs to be clear somehow without feeling
but I.
bad. And the other thing was to Vanessa's point, like how to share if and how this is autonomous, it's united with the school district and sort of in name and in funding. I think, I don't know enough, but like, yeah, how do you make sure for those parents that are worried about that label, like that it is still autonomous in its choices? So that this isn't just like a vision that then gets shut down by the bottlenecks and the bureaucracy of the school board.
Mhm.
And I look at it, basically you can apply with, as the district would take our application and would move it forward as the district, and then they're doing they oversee it. And I think that, I working in education, I just see the division is failing all of us. We're a small community, we only have so many resources, and we can bring more in. But we need to like use sports, like all the kids in the school, then they have sports and music, and we don't have to do everything. But here's a hands-on, work-based outdoor program that's really applied for the kids that need that. And then this program is linear, straightforward, clear expectations, college path, standardized tests, some kids really like that. Clear expectations and all this. So I think it's like, just options and, but we definitely need to unify, because those guys, they're trying to do all of this stuff and meet all these kids' needs, and so that's why this 25% aren't there, because they don't have the resources, in my mind. I think we also understand, like, we're not saying, okay, this would be our public allocation, and that's all, we'll just operate within that. It's like, we need double that every year, we need the public and, like, we need double the public allocation every single year to be able to do this quality of program. So I think going into it, that's what we're talking about too, like, just bringing more resources to education.
Sure.
But yeah, like it's definitely, it's like, we want a different model, but an additional public model.
And for people to really recognize and, be privy to what you guys are trying to, like, things need to be put in front of people. More than, once, like, it has to be 7. Yeah, 7
Yeah, that's-
times and 14
At
times,
least 7
like,
times.
counting into. So if they see it more, just even, why he asked, like, what is that? Just some pretty easy, relatable info, just to gain interest so that people start seeing it, like, starting there. Business support, maybe even sponsorship with business that support this idea and put their logo on the posters, and it's just everybody wins, because everybody wants that cross promotion aspect. So something along those lines.
Do you think that a Facebook page is sufficient, or should we get a website? Right now, we're kind of operating under the Educatio and Elevate sites. There isn't funding, so it would have to be like a
I think it has
donation.
to be less, there's a lot of people that don't like social media.
Yeah.
And aren't in the social media realm, and Facebook groups are kind of, they work,
Ish.
and they're obsolete, and then, you know, it just encourages people to be on their cell phones and that kind of stuff more, so if there's two options where that information is available, like, that's important.
Yeah, I just found a free resource yesterday called bio.site. And it's owned by Squarespace, but it's free, and it's kind of like if you've ever seen on social media and someone has one link, but they want to give you a lot of resources. It's one of those, but with better design elements and ability to add pictures, and I think even probably forms or email sign up and all that.
Like Linktree?
It's like Linktree, but
Okay.
it's a new one, and like just more features.
All right, too.
Yeah, and so then it's totally free to start. It could just have the branding.
Yeah,
And I can help set you up with one, because I just did yesterday, and it just took a few minutes. If you have all the resources, you just kind of compile them. But then if you have a link out to, you can still put a link to the Facebook group or to the most recent video on the Facebook group, that maybe even if someone's not logged in, they can watch it. It's just a nice place to collect resources and have the look of a branded website without like any cost or hosting.
Awesome.
In your URL might not be, I think if you buy your own URL, you can link it to that, but like, you don't have to. It could be like bio.site / and then whatever you want it to say. Like,
yes, Livingston.
yes, Livingston Kids, yeah, exactly.
It could be that, sorry.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I think,
Would it be a QR code anyway?
so, whoever, if that's like.
Posting in some form, so that
I have
you can
Mailchimp
use
right now.
the automation.
Cool, thank you. Get a website, bio.site.
Get free
Get that free.
resource site, yeah,
Cool.
something free.
All right, well, I think library's closed. So we're gonna end this. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Allison,
Was that